Deadbeats, man.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of NoNo's World. Before we get started, I just want to take the time to do our weekly wellness check-in, like always. So comment down below and let me know how you're feeling today. Has today been a good day? Has today been a bad day? And then I want to challenge you to figure out why. Why has today been a good day? Why has it been a bad day? So often in our lives, we are so all over the place, ripping and running everywhere, that it becomes hard to locate the source and the core and the why of our feelings, good or bad. So today I challenge you to slow down, reflect, and understand yourself. Now on to the episode. Today I have with me a special guest and new friend. It's so funny because we met a couple weeks ago and he's already become my dietitian, my trainer, and now look at us here in NoNo's world together. Life is crazy, man. So, how does it feel to be in NoNo's world right now?
It's a yes from me. NoNo's world is absolutely amazing. You're making all my dreams come true.
Oh, I was just about to say. I remember you saying that being in this episode was making your dreams come true. So I'm glad you're still feeling the dreamy vibe.
Absolutely. I'm going to be a movie star, and this is the beginning of my career.
Y'all heard it here first. All right, so now I want to give you the opportunity to introduce yourself to the people, tell them your name, anything else you think is important for them to know, whatever.
I'm Ken. I'm almost a graduate. Really like sports, really like exercise. Super great at it. I'm more intelligent than my southern accent might bring, and you'll probably see that today.
Okay, period. So, you ready to get started?
Absolutely.
Then let's get into it. Number one. So, I am currently rewatching P Valley Season 1, and Haley, aka Autumn Night, sounding all poetic and ish, said something that I thought was interesting. She said that you can't trust a man without a vice. Do you have a vice?
All people have vices.
What's your vice?
Sex. My vice is sex.
I hate to say it, but because he did indeed give us advice, y'all, I think he might have passed the vibe check according to Autumn Night's standards. Now that we know we can trust you a little bit, we can get into the hard hitters. So, when I first talked to you about being featured in an episode, we were at the rec and you crashed our workout before practice. Speaking of, y'all, why were we walking on the treadmill and this man came in and got on the treadmill with us and started walking behind us at the same time? Please. Anyways, we were joking around after and you said something that caught my attention. You said that Western culture is trying to emasculate men by pushing their feelings up and out. How is encouraging men to be more in tune with their emotions emasculating?
So at the rec, the wording probably wasn't the greatest.
Mm-hmm.
However, Western media is emasculating men by making them do things that are more feminine. For example, the Marlon Wayans show. What's the name of the show? It's about him, his ex-wife that he's really really cool with, and they kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that show, Marlon Wayans is like very feminine, especially when it comes to confrontation. Like he was about to get into a fight with whomever, and he decided to clap his hands out and smack and pop like a
when
woman.
he was telling his daughter how to fight?
Not necessarily telling her how to fight. Like he was doing this himself when it was time to fight.
Oh.
Like it was real sassy. It was real feminine. Not really acceptable.
Not acceptable.
Not
so
acceptable.
You think it's not acceptable for like comedy and stuff like that to show men being feminine? Like you don't think it's okay to play like that in the media?
Comedy is usually written for children. Mm-hmm. So if it's a children's show, mm-hmm. the men should probably be masculine, mm-hmm. especially if like it's a black show, because mm-hmm. that is their form of fatherhood. Mm-hmm. Like they see that first in TV.
Mm-hmm. So is the problem that it's in the media? Because you play a little bit like that sometimes, but you're saying because you're not doing it on camera. is acceptable.
I'm saying if kids was around, that wouldn't be a thing. Like, yeah, it's cool to play, it's cool to have fun. Like, that's different. When you're around adults who are comfortable and secure in their genders with their identities, you know what I'm saying? But when there's little kids around, you're sending mixed signals to a little boy who looks up to you being sassy and being feminine, because that's what he's going to end up doing.
So you feel like, I mean, but that's not everybody's, that's not everybody's story though. Like some little boys grow up with gay parents, gay dads, and
most little boys that grow up with gay dads are slightly feminine.
Okay. We'll let him sit on that one. So the next thing I want to talk to you about is manipulation. You told me that you were a master in the art of manipulation.
Absolutely.
Tell us about that.
Man. All people are indulging in manipulation in all forms of communication. Either you're being the manipulator or you're being manipulated. Because manipulation is quite literally just saying or doing things to get someone to do something for you. And as bad as it sounds, all people are in this for the betterment of themselves and their people first. So either you're going to be manipulated or you're going to manipulate somebody else. Sometimes even both.
Okay. So you literally just said that in every conversation and method of communication, somebody is manipulating or being manipulated by someone else. So what is our dynamic right now? Are you manipulating me? Am I manipulating you? And then tell us how and why.
There's a little push and pull right now. So this is your show, and you're asking me priming questions to get responses that are going to up your views, right? I'm also sitting here attempting to answer myself diligently with enough respect to gain from you and your audience.
There's Luna in the background. But is that manipulation, or is that just, how you carry yourself or how I carry my show?
Is it how I carry myself?
Is it how you carry yourself?
That's for the world to find out, I guess.
Mr. Movie Star here. I guess you're literally going into the art of manipulation.
Quite
movie
literally.
Star being somebody else. I was in theater too, y'all.
I was never in theater.
Theater is fun. I did theater in high school. So you've been in a relationship for a pretty substantial amount of time now, right?
For sure.
So how long have y'all been together?
Man, how old am I? 3 years. Almost.
3 years. So what would you say it is that makes a relationship long lasting or gives it the fuel to keep on
going? Just commitment, repetitions of trying and failing, but continuing to try anyway. Like, there are 4 stages to any long-lasting relationship if you make it to the fourth one. The first one is the honeymoon phase. That's when everybody's all lovey-dovey. They can do no wrong. You're always wanting to be around them. And then you get to power struggle, and that's when you're both setting and pushing boundaries for each other to see how much you can get away with, because you're both attempting to make this relationship most ideal for you. And then after that, you got dead space. That's when the relationship no longer feels very fun. It feels like everything is the same. It's kind of boring. You've stopped fighting and you just kind of don't really know what to do with yourselves. And that's where a lot of people either leave or cheat, and because that's where you feel most unhappy. And if you make it past that stage, then you've reached true partnership, true companionship, and it's much different than the honeymoon phase because you never go back to that once it's over. But it feels very genuine, and you feel accepted for who you are, everything that comes with that. Even if your partner doesn't necessarily like it about you, they've accepted it, and you can tell that they've accepted it. And you don't necessarily have to go through these stages at the same time. So you may still be in honeymoon while your partner's in the power struggle stage, or you may feel that you're in true partnership while your partner's literally still in power struggle. Like it takes time, differences for everybody.
So would you say that you and your girlfriend are in the same stage right now?
Yeah. I
And
say
is
we
that
in
the
same
fourth
stage.
one? You guys have
Yeah,
made it past the storm?
Yeah, we made it past the dead space.
Okay.
We made it past the dead
space. Okay, that's decent. So I think the meat of a long lasting relationship is really just about two people coming together and deciding not to give up on each other, which is basically the heart of what you said, because no relationship is perfect. There are going to be times when you both mess up. There are going to be times when they get on your nerves. Heck, even Miss Michelle said that there is a good long season where she did not like President Obama. Okay? It happens. But nowadays, us young people, we run. When things get hard, we do the dash. And that's not to say that you should stick it out with any and everybody, because everyone isn't meant for you. And I know some of y'all want to use what I'm saying as an excuse to stay with that man that done dogged you out for 7 years and slept with your mama, sister, grandma, and homegirl. But this is not for you. Okay? That's not what I'm saying. If you know somebody isn't good for you and they keep showing you who they are over and over again, then you should absolutely choose peace and leave them alone. If it walk like a duck, swim like a duck, quack like a duck, it's a duck, baby. You can't turn the ugly duckling into a swan. They got to figure that out for themselves. But when you have somebody that's worth something and means something to you, it's okay to stick around through a few rainy days. Just suit on up and grab your umbrella and poncho. So yeah, I think the key to a long-lasting relationship is being able to weather a few storms and realizing that it's not all happiness and rainbows and that people are not perfect. I had that so bad when I got into my first real relationship. I thought that man was supposed to be Mr. Perfect and do everything and be everything that I imagined in my head. And that's just not how life works. Even if the perfect person for you, is in your life, that doesn't mean that they are going to be perfect and do everything the way you think they should do. Because at the end of the day, everyone is acting upon their own free will and are not a figment of your imagination that magically came to life. So yeah, that's my spiel. So now that we've gotten a little deep on the people, it's time to bring things back up a little bit, because it's, drum roll please, game time. Today we will be playing a game called Jinx that I saw Jimmy Fallon play with Keke Palmer on the Tonight Show. And Jimmy, if you're seeing it, call me. I'll play games with you. I come on the show. Anyway, for those of you that don't know, one of us will say something like, name something that is red. And we both answer at the same time. And if we say the same thing, then we get a point. But if we don't, then clearly one of us is reading the wrong book because we're not on the same page. So, do you want me to start or you want to start?
You got it.
Okay. Name a TV show character that is green. I feel like it's a hard one, but I know who I'm thinking of in my head. I don't know if I can give you hints. He's on a children's TV show.
Nah, you can't tell me that. It's cheating.
Okay.
Oh, I'm supposed to tell you right now?
No, we go like 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
and
okay.
Okay. So, a TV show character that's green. 3, 2, 1.
The Leprechaun from The Leprechaun in the Hood too.
That's not a TV show. That's a movie. Yeah. And there's like 9 of them.
But that's the only green character in the world.
He wasn't even green.
The Grinch.
Was green.
The Grinch.
That was a good one, but I wasn't even thinking the Grinch.
Oh.
I said Oscar. What? The Leprechaun wasn't even green.
No, his outfit was green, so he was green.
He wasn't green.
But his outfit was green.
A white man. A white Irish little man.
But his outfit was
with ginger hair.
Okay.
It's your turn.
I wasn't prepped for this. Let's find out. Name a cereal brand.
Okay. You want me to count? I thought you were counting.
Oh, okay. Let me count.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3.
Cheerios.
Kellogg's Frosted Flakes.
Oh, I was gonna say Kellogg's. But I was like, let me try to get on his wavelength, and I thought he was gonna say Cheerios.
I don't even like Cheerios.
How am I supposed to know that? You don't know what cereal I like either.
Cinnamon Toast
Kellogg's.
Crunch.
I was gonna say Cinnamon Toast. I feel like I look like a Cinnamon Toast Crunch kind of lady. I look like a Cinnamon Toast Crunch with this outfit on.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. Name something that is. Oh, we can try again. You want to do another round of cereal brands or like a type of cereal?
That's whack. We just did that.
Anyways, name something that is red. That was also my example, but name something that is red.
I'm ready.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
A
Stop
98
sign.
Ford Mustang with a black drop top.
Why would you think I would say that? Why would you think I would say that?
It's the car.
Why would you think I would say that?
It's the car.
Why would you think I would know that was specific name? You got me stuttering. I'm so flabbergasted.
It's the car and all the.
Why would you? We're gonna try one more time.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, something red.
Oh, it's red again?
Yes.
Can I get a different color?
Name something blue.
Okay, wait.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1.
The Atlantic
sky.
Ocean.
That was a better answer than a 94 Mustang with a
black
drop top. 98. 98 Mustang with a black drop top.
Watch they play it back and it's a 97.
Okay, go ahead.
Name a book title.
You're not gonna guess mine, but it's the first one that popped into my head.
Oh, I'm ready. Y'all already had this.
This is not gonna be the same one. Okay.
1, 2, 3. Moby Dick.
Kendrick Canlister in the Box of Secrets.
What's that about?
It's about this girl that grew up in like a magical town, and she like went on this adventure to find the Box of Secrets to save her town from like trolls or ogres or something. We had to read it in grammar school.
Dang. What's grammar school?
You
couldn't talk? Oh, that's okay. I heard a lot of people didn't know how to talk grammar school.
I speak very well, and I have been able to all of my life. Thank you.
So why'd you go to grammar school?
Elementary school is probably what you call it.
Why do you call it grammar school?
Because that's what we call it.
Drop in the comments if it's elementary school.
It's grammar school. All the people from Chicago know. We went to grammar school.
We went to elementary school.
Elementary school sounds so...
That's okay.
Caucasus-like.
Okay. Tell them what my book is about.
Like you're from the mountains. A big whale.
The end.
The end.
I never read it. I don't know.
I
don't read many books. Like, ever. Don't tell the law schools I said that.
Okay. I'm going to do one more.
Okay.
Name a popular shoe brand.
Oh, let's go.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Jordan. That's right.
It's about time.
That's the only one you could get right? I can't believe that.
No, we could have got the red one right if you were thinking like a normal, regular civilian. Why would you say a 98 Mustang that be in all the movies with a black drop top? Black wasn't even in the question.
Well, I had to specify which Mustang I was talking about.
Why would we do that? Why would you do that?
So that we could be on the same page.
Why would you think?
If I said a red Mustang, you could have thought it was a different red Mustang, but I didn't want you to think that. I wanted you to know which one I was talking about.
Why would he think that I would have said all that, y'all? Why would I say
I'm a very precise person.
You want to go again?
Okay, I'll go again.
Because I got another one.
Things that glow.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Jellyfish.
Lightning bugs. Do jellyfish glow?
I don't know, but I feel like they do. If they don't,
I I know some of them are like translucent.
Okay.
Maybe they don't glow. Maybe they're just translucent. So like all the colors like make it appear that they glow.
Fun fact: I don't see those colors because I'm colorblind.
Are you?
I should have put that in my intro.
Do you not know what type of color shirt?
I have on a green shirt. I'm not that bad.
So what define your color blindness?
It's like when,
I know there's different levels.
Yeah, like I got a mild to medium case, and it's like when I would say the colors are close. When close colors, I don't see the difference in what you think close colors are. Like it's all just one color.
Oh, so like on those challenges on Instagram, when it's like, how many colors do you see here? You be like, that's just one shade of purple.
I've never even seen that, but probably.
Okay. Or they be like, what's the number in the middle? You're like,
oh yeah, I didn't pass that test growing up.
I'm so sorry.
I don't mind.
I have another one. I don't know why I'm stuck on colors, but
it's okay. It's okay.
Do you want to do another one after this, or you want to get back to the?
For sure.
Name something that is black.
I've been ready. I was born ready.
3, 2, 1.
Me.
Kenneth.
Yes. I knew you was gonna get another one right. You're like 2 for 7.
We're like 2 for 13. You want to do another one?
Okay.
Feel free. Production is laughing at us. We have an audience today. You can give us one too. You want to give us one?
Yeah.
You can join that, and then if all of us say we really got it, if 3 of us can get the same one. Featuring guest star Shayla.
What's fun?
Like name. You could be like name a shoe brand, and we all have to say the same one. It's called Jinx. Like we all gotta say the same.
You gotta
thing.
say name something, and we all gotta be on the same.
Yeah.
Okay, if I'm thinking I'm talking down. My bad.
Come in, son. A little blurry. You shut up.
You're gonna see the bumps on my face.
Not you. I was talking about Shayla.
Oh, my bad.
She a little blurry.
Oh, okay, come on.
It's on you. Go ahead. I thought you was ready when you came in. You walked in the camera
okay,
like you was ready.
I was, but I wasn't. Y'all did most of the ones I would have thought of already.
It can literally be anything. You say name a type of flower, name a type of hair care product, literally a TV show, a movie, anything.
Okay. Name a type of soul food.
Let's all be basic.
Okay. Basic. Okay. We got this.
Count.
All this milk. Look, educated milk. You know, we got it.
Ready?
3,
Yes.
2, 1.
Fried
Mac
chicken.
and cheese. We
I
here.
said be
What book are
basic.
you reading? Fried chicken?
Why would you choose a side dish?
Because that's a basic soul food necessity.
I don't even
Mac
eat
and
cheese. But everybody eats chicken.
Everybody eats cheese.
There are no black vegetarians.
Yes, there are. My daddy is one.
My dad is a vegetarian.
You just said Nana. Your father may be melanated,
But he's not black.
but you
Is
should
that
eat
what you were
some
about to
fried
say?
chicken.
My nana is black.
He just
eat meat.
He just told me my daddy wasn't black.
I did not.
He just told me my daddy wasn't black.
I told you that your father
Daddy?
may be melanated.
Daddy, because I know you're going to watch this. He just said you're not black.
You should eat some
He
fried
just said
chicken.
you're not black. He used to eat meat, but then my grandma switched them over when they were really young. So it wasn't necessarily his choice.
You let a woman.
His
make
mother, he was
large-
a child. All right.
You,
Tell me don't eat meat.
Kim, it's a vegetarian?
No, that's not a thing.
Oh.
right, that's different.
My bad.
You want to do one more?
You let a woman
His
make
mother.
that grand of a
He was a
choice for
child.
you. You should think about that.
Misogynistic?
You should think about that.
The misogynism?
It's not about misogyny.
Creeping about it?
If his father did it, I would have said the same thing. I just would have changed it to me.
Y'all gonna get canceled for this. Let me not associate myself with this production any longer.
Moving on!
I will be canceled with y'all.
She already in there. It's too late. She put herself in it the moment she said name was soul food.
She sure did. That was her fault.
And I'm not
She
gonna
did that.
associate with this anymore. Before before I get canceled the job. Won't be me.
Disclaimer: I love women, all women, and you all are very capable.
Disclaimer:
He love y'all private parts. He love y'all private parts.
He
That's
like
what he
y'all
love.
not y'all as
Not
people.
y'all.
He like the mouth and the cool.
I've never seen any of those things. I'm waiting for marriage.
Did you hear the cackle from production? That's how you know he's lying. That's how you know.
Who doesn't laugh like that?
Moving on. So,
The devil is a lie and the truth ain't in you, baby.
quiet on sex. Quiet on sex. I just want y'all to know he said he was gonna be honest, and he just lied. Real bad.
I love you for more than just your private parts. You're right. I said I was gonna be honest. You guys, I'm gonna stop there.
So, we ended the last round talking about relationships, and we're gonna keep that going for a little bit. So, the next question I want to ask you is: in a relationship, are you the type of guy that's like, you can't wear revealing clothing or show too much skin because that's un-girlfriend like, or do you support your girlfriend, partner, wife, whatever, and whatever she wants to wear?
There's a caveat.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're with me, you can wear whatever it is you feel comfortable in.
Mm-hmm.
When you're not with me, you should probably choose to cover up if you want us to be together.
So she can't go to brunch with her girls sipping on mimosas in her sexy outfit because you're not there.
She can be. You can definitely be sexy.
I mean, you don't have to be naked to be sexy,
That's
but I mean,
right.
she can't wear anything that's a little revealing, like no low V cut, no booty shorts, just because you're not there.
A low V cut is not what we're talking about here. Have you seen women our age?
I mean, yes, but like that's an example.
If your shirt ties in the front right here, don't wear it around me. Don't. Well, you can wear it around me. Don't wear it without me, because you're setting yourself up for failure. That's a promise.
How she set herself up for failure?
If she wants our relationship to succeed, she's setting herself up for failure because that won't make us succeed.
So she can't go to the club with her girls and be cute because you're not there.
She can definitely be cute because once again,
she can't go to the club
clothes.
with her girls and wear anything revealing and sexy because you're not there.
Not only out of respect for me, but out of respect for herself and our relationship. Like, it has really nothing to do with me. She wouldn't. The girls that I like, how about that? The girls that I like wouldn't do it.
You heard it here, ladies.
The girls that I like wouldn't do it.
And you're revealing two pieces, you don't respect yourself.
I did not say that at all.
That is what you said.
I said she doesn't respect herself in our relationship.
Oh.
Difference.
Mm.
You can respect yourself if you wear revealing clothing. You just cannot respect yourself in our relationship if you wear revealing clothing.
With him.
That's right.
Your relationship with him.
That's right.
Well, I never quite understood that when it came to men because, you know, I mean, I guess yours is a little different because I was going to say I was probably wearing that sexy outfit when you met me and that's what got your attention. Okay? But now, all of a sudden, because I'm with you, I have to be unsexy and give up all my sexiness. Being sexy isn't always about trying to find a man. It's about feeling good and looking good from the inside out. And that's like us telling y'all can't go outside in gray sweatpants if you're not there. Or a tank top.
Okay.
Or have no shirt on at the beach. That don't make sense, dude.
I have a question. If you have to be naked to feel sexy or to feel good about yourself.
That's not what I'm saying. My mama always told us, she always told us, you don't have to be naked or show no skin to be sexy.
All right.
You don't have to be naked or show no skin to feel cute, to feel bad.
She's all right.
But if you want to, you be the baddest naked girl they ever seen.
Yeah, just not in a relationship. I'm not telling you what to do. Look, I'm not telling you what to do if you're not with me, and I'm not telling you what to do if you're single or if you're not trying to be with me. But if you are my lady, if we're together,
so what
then
can't
we've
you
already
wear when you go outside? You shouldn't be allowed to wear gray sweatpants. You shouldn't be allowed
if that's
to
how
wear
she feels, we can talk about it.
Shorts. You shouldn't be allowed to be in a tank top. You can't be shirtless at the beach. What parameters are you putting on your wardrobe that because she got some?
Like I
so what's yours?
If she feels the need to tell me, hey, sweetheart, I'm not comfortable with you wearing gray joggers because that thing is swinging. I'm like, you know what?
And you're gonna not
You're
wear
so
gray
right.
sweatpants.
Absolutely.
You're gonna be like, you're so
Out of
right.
respect for my partner, I'm gonna be like, you know what? You probably know more about this than I do because you're watching it. So yeah.
He said that now, but y'all men be like,
I mean it.
because men say that, but then when you tell them that they have to practice what they preach, they be like, bro, it's not even the same, bro. Like, it's not the same. It's different.
No, I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh super hard.
I'm a man.
Cause that's my way of blushing. Cause I'm gonna think that's so cute, but I ain't gonna wear it though.
Please.
Real spill.
So I don't know if you've seen Sierra's outfit that she wore to Vanity Fair's annual Oscars party. Mm-hmm. You haven't, or you have?
I haven't.
Okay. But it has caused some uproar, good and bad.
If it's causing an uproar, it's probably ain't good.
But there was this one comment that the Shade Room made, and before I read it, I'll say the outfit she wore. I'll put up a picture for you guys too. But the outfit that she wore was this like mesh number, let me pull it up for you.
Okay, actually. I appreciate it.
I was gonna say, because I can't even describe it accurately, but I mean, it was cute.
For y'all, it's coming right now.
Good.
Ding.
She looked good while we're talking about it in the back. Y'all have it on your screen. The no internet is insane. Thank you. I should have printed out a picture or something. I can't believe you haven't seen it. I assume everybody's seen it.
I'm not a big social media person. I told you how I feel about them and their views on me.
See, it's literally. I typed in Sierra on Google and her dress came up. This is her dress.
What?
That was her dress. Now, why are you surprised?
Russell's with her.
I was just about to say.
Russell's with her.
She looked good.
But that's a bit far for me though. Like if even if I'm with you, that's far. Cause why are we showing your body to everybody? Like your body is so. Let's talk about it. Let's actually talk about it. There are some men in this world that enjoy more experience than women when it comes to that. There are other men in this world that I belong to that enjoy women who are not very experienced.
What? Hold on. Back it up.
And those type of women usually do not enjoy showing their bodies to the world. Back
the train up. So you because you're wearing revealing clothing, you're a hoe.
No,
you gotta be experienced because you want your tig old bitties out.
Let's start over.
Your dress.
Let's start over, please. Can we please start over? When I say no experience, I quite literally mean it. My girlfriend was a virgin before we got together. The girlfriend before that, I'm not finished. The girlfriend before that was a virgin before we got together. Sierra's outfit, a virgin does not usually feel comfortable wearing. Like, let's keep it a stack.
That is
let's keep it a stack.
No.
Why would she feel comfortable naked in front
because you can feel comfortable. You can feel comfortable in your body. Like what? You don't have
Sierra's
to be
naked on the internet. Who else is naked on the internet? Can you put a porn star right here? Thanks.
It's not just porn stars that's naked on the internet.
Who else is naked on the internet?
It's not just porn stars that's naked on the internet.
Who else is naked on the internet?
There's a lot of people naked on the internet.
Talk to me.
It's a lot of regular people.
I'm asking you who.
But you don't have to be experienced or a hoe to wear revealing clothing. You
can
be a virgin and still be a petty. And you don't have to be naked to be a baddie, but like you don't have to be experienced to be comfortable wearing revealing clothing. I wear revealing clothing and I'm not experienced. I wear revealing clothing. I wear revealing clothing and I'm not experienced.
Would you wear what Sierra wore?
I don't know. On a good day, probably. If my body was making like that, I'd probably consider it. Goddamn. But like you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's so because if you go outside in gray sweats and I'm like, he a hoe, because why would he go outside like that if he wasn't? Yeah. You would be like, why would you say that about me? You don't know me.
I wouldn't.
But when women say that, it's like your opinion doesn't matter. Shut up.
You might want me to say that, but I wouldn't.
What?
I wouldn't say, oh, why are you saying it about me and you don't know me? I wouldn't say that. Because image matters. Your first impressions are the most important impressions that you're ever going to make on somebody. If you're quite literally naked, you're not.
But that's not Sierra's first impression on the world.
It's her first impression on me.
You don't know who Sierra is? You ain't never.
I
seen
know that she's
Sierra?
Russell Wilson's wife. That's all I know about her.
That please. That is insane.
I know that she has music.
He just squished Sierra down to Russell Wilson's wife.
Excuse me, Mrs. My Goodies, Mrs. Two Step.
She was popping
I just said she has music.
Body Party. You don't know
I
nothing.
didn't know her. I didn't see her.
Party.
Yeah, I know the song. I didn't see her. I don't need to see her to know her song. You listen to song.
So she's automatically a hoe in experience.
I didn't say she was a hoe.
And she not even naked. She got a dress on. She got underwear on.
I don't know. I think it's just
Sierra?
She's not naked. If my hat is invisible, do I have a hat on?
Yeah, you just said you have a hat. But
No. I said if my hat is invisible, do I have a hat on?
yes, if you have a hat on, like the invisible boatmobile. If you got a hat on and you found a way to make that hoe invisible, you have a hat on. It's just invisible.
Okay.
Just like the boatmobile.
Okay.
It's still there.
Well, girl, you got 2 invisible arm sleeve tattoos.
It's
I just
still a
can't see them.
car. The boatmobile was still a car. It's invisible.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's like this break right here.
I don't even know if I want to read this quote anymore. You might sink us all the way to hell.
I mean,
Anyways, so like I said, Sierra's outfit, as you can see, literally perfect example. It has caused good and bad uproar. Okay.
I should preface that Sierra doesn't care what we think about her outfit. Sierra only cares what Russell Wilson cares about her outfit.
As
If
she
he
should.
chooses to accept that, that is his choice and that is their relationship. I would not get with her. She would probably not get with me, and that's okay.
Anyways,
I can't speak for her. I can't speak for her.
You're right, you can't.
There was a comment that the Shade Room posted made by a Mr. Dahomey on Twitter. And he says, and I quote, Russell Wilson got a dress half naked the next time they in public since 40-year-old Sierra won a dress half naked. Hand on my
Not
head
really.
emoji. How you dress elegant? And yes, he did just call another man elegant. How you dress elegant, but your wife looked like a slut.
Oh.
Russell definitely is a beta male, and that ish is sad. No real men in this world.
Yeah, no.
What are your thoughts?
I don't agree with all that. That's too far.
What parts don't you agree with?
Can we go from the top and I'm gonna stop you? Right. Okay.
I got you.
Okay. Let's break
May
this
the
thing
congregation
down.
rise, please.
Let's break this thing down.
For the reading of the word. Russell Wilson got a dress half naked.
Okay, no. Don't agree with that.
The next time they in public, since 40-year-old Sierra won a dress half naked. So you agree with that being a problem? You think?
Oh,
at
I
her
didn't say that
age-
was the problem.
Oh,
No. I just all he did was state a fact. Like he didn't say anything. He just said 40-year-old Sierra was naked. Like that's valid.
Hand on my head emoji. How you dress elegant? Once again, yes, he did refer to another grown man as elegant.
No.
Put that
He
out there.
referred to his suit as elegant. Like, that's not
How
a
you dress
problem.
elegant,
I agree with that. He had a nice suit on.
but let your wife look like a slut.
I don't agree with that part because, like I said, that's their relationship. If Russell Wilson does not have a problem with that, then it doesn't matter.
Russell definitely is a beta male.
I don't even know what that
That-ish
means.
It's sad.
Nah, I don't think it's sad. Like everybody has their own different purposes. I don't know what the beta male part means, but everybody has their
No
own
real
purposes.
men in this world.
Oh no, I don't agree with that part either. My bad. I guess I skipped it. I don't agree with that part either. You could be a real man and not care what your wife wears. The same way you could be a real man and want her to not dress that way.
Because if
That's
you
all I'm
can't
saying.
fight, just say it.
Oh, it's not about fighting
If
at all.
you can't fight, just say it.
It's not about fighting whatsoever.
Just say it.
Why would it be about fighting? Can you elaborate?
That's a joke.
Oh, okay.
That's on like TikTok and Instagram about like insecure men that are like, you can't dress like that once we get together.
Are they really
If you can't
insecure?
fight, just say that. Some men are, yes,
Or are the majority of those men insecure?
probably.
Why do you assume so?
Why
Am I insecure because of
why do I have to stop dressing the way I was dressing before I met you? Like, my sexiness doesn't go away just because I got with you. I still want to be sexy. I still want to go out and have a good time. And if I want to wear that outfit and you're not going to be there, you know where I'm going. You're welcome to come if you want to, but I want to go there and this is what I want to wear. I should be able to do that. Now, I understand not every man is like that. Okay, fine. But like, that's like me saying, like I said, why are you going to the gym without me in gray sweatpants? Who are you trying to impress? It's always who are you trying to impress?
Oh, no, it's not about impressing anybody.
I don't feel like women should have to suppress their sexy for a man just because in a relationship. Just how you told my daddy, you let a woman
That was a joke.
make that decision for you? You let a man?
No.
I man to make a decision for you. No. He can tell you can't dress like that. I was sexy when you met me. Why do I have to stop being sexy because we're together?
Okay, I think you're misquoting me here. The man cannot tell the woman, stop dressing that way. That's not what I'm saying here. I'm saying that my woman did not dress that way previously. It does not dress that way
That's
now.
Different, though. That's so different.
No, wait. Okay, I'm not finished. Let me tell you why you think that's different and why I don't. I don't think that's different because I'm choosing to get with a woman who doesn't like it. Like, I'm choosing to be already on the same page as
That's
her.
different, though. You said if a woman dressed like that previously and got with you, she had to dead that. You just said your girlfriend didn't dress like that before she got with you.
Rewind the tape, everybody.
You said if a woman gets with you and that was her lifestyle, once y'all are together, if she wants to go somewhere without you, she got to dead that. I'm saying whether you're there or not, she should be allowed to be sexy. But you also just said your girlfriend right now didn't dress like that before.
What did I preface that by saying?
What are you talking about?
My whole, if she was like that, I prefaced that by saying, I do not usually go for women who dress that way. That was the first thing I said. And then I went back to your hypothetical situation. Mm-hmm. That's still, like, I'm still valid. Like, I don't go for women that do that. Because I'm not here to change you. And you shouldn't be here to change me. I'm going to accept you for who you is. You're going to accept me for who I am. And we're going to commingle as such.
Commingle?
Look.
Commingle?
Look.
Commingle.
Commingle as such.
Word of the day, commingle.
Yeah. But I did say that. Y'all go back if y'all don't believe me.
Commingle. Bottom line is, if you can't handle a sexy woman, don't go for one. Don't go for it.
Your woman can be sexy and be clothed.
Get you a woman with a librarian closet.
Your woman can be sexy and be clothed. Librarians can be sexy.
Clothes don't have to be revealing to be sexy.
I agree.
So you're not gonna have a problem with her having something on that's tight, or something that covers her whole body but it's mesh, or it got holes in it.
If it's mesh and has holes, I'll have a problem. If it's tight, I probably won't care.
But a lot of men do, though.
I'm not a lot of men.
It's not sounding like it.
They have nothing to do with me.
Not sounding like it. So you disagree with men that slut shame women for being sexy and free.
That's right.
But we've had a conversation before where you've agreed with the statement that the city girls, or anyone that lives the city girl lifestyle, are prostitutes. Let's talk about that. And for those of you, he said whoa, but I have witnesses.
Whoa, can you please preface?
And for those who don't know, the City Girls are a female rap duo, and the City Girl lifestyle is basically one where women are out here living their best lives. Okay, they are liberated mentally, sexually, all that good stuff, and they may or may not have a trick or two, getting them Birkins and taking them on trips, etc., etc.
Let's not say may or may not, because that matters.
Please, Mr. Kenneth, enlighten us on your theory about how the city girls are prostitutes.
I just gave you an opportunity of a lifetime, brother. And I'll be damned I'll be disrespected like this.
Women who have sex for money are prostitutes. That's it.
Thank you. Transactional sex is prostitution. So if you're having sex with him because he's paying your rent or he's giving you some money.
Transactional.
Right.
Okay.
Like if you have a trick.
have.
That's
have
different.
Yeah, if you have sex and then you get done having sex and he hands you money and then leaves.
And then leaves.
Okay, how about this?
Outside that doesn't count. What?
He pays your rent with the expectation of having sex with you. You meet said expectation.
It's giving sugar daddy.
You're a prostitute. Yes, that's prostitution.
But we're talking about two different things.
Just because she has the expectation doesn't mean she knows that.
Does it matter if she
Like,
knows?
remember,
Yes, because
like,
she's not actively pretending. That doesn't make her a prostitute.
If I hurt her,
She
but I
probably
don't know
thinking
that I
that-
hurt her,
No,
then I
she
still
probably
hurt
just
her.
thinking that, like, he's cool.
Men
Okay.
I'm horny. I might want to have
Men
sex with
try
him.
to do
Okay.
her all the time.
Okay.
And
So he sees her as a prostitute, she does herself as one. Is that what you're saying?
That could be it.
Okay, that's fair.
But that don't make
That's
her
fair.
a prostitute just because he see her as one.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
If she wasn't like, you got to give me money
Mhm.
right after we fuck, like, him and
Why can't she give him the money before?
Either
Why
way,
she
she
paying
didn't
him?
Oh, I meant to say, why can't she give her the money before?
Either way, she didn't give
Because he's probably going to pay the
rent.
rent first in the scenario that we're using.
Oh, he paid the rent.
So,
first?
okay.
That just still doesn't matter.
So in your scenario,
Yeah.
okay, there are two people,
Mhm.
and their relationship is purely transactional. Like, I don't talk to you, you don't talk to me, but when I need my rent paid, I'm gonna come touch on you a little bit so you pay my rent.
I'm going to take you a step farther. My scenario is this woman messes with this man because she knows he has money. She gives him conversation because he knows he will spend his money on her. After spending that money on her, his expectation is sex. She meets that expectation. She's prostituted.
But if that's like
No,
when
not
you go
everyone is
out.
prostitute.
That's like when you go out to dinner with a nigga and he like, I pay for the bill. Come give me sex.
That's how we started. That's how we started the conversation.
Niggas brought women a 5-piece McNugget and expect
But
sex.
here's my
That
thing.
nigga
So
work
do you
like that.
think a lot of
But
men,
like-
just because he expects it, does that make her a prostitute? A
You
lot
said
of men
just 'cause he what?
expect for women to give them something sexual after they pay for something. Does that make her a prostitute?
But like, what if that? But like,
If
what
she
if that
does
wasn't
it,
her
yeah.
intention?
Right.
Like
Does-
you're saying,
Does
he's,
intention matter? If I hurt you but I didn't mean to, did it matter that I didn't hurt you?
Yes,
Intention
if
matters.
they don't know ill will be easier for me to understand. Like, oh, they didn't mean no ill will towards me.
But you're
That's
still
not the same
hurt.
thing.
But intention matters.
Intention matters.
Intention matters.
It don't matter the relationship we have. Because
I mean, if you do something messed up and like, you know what I'm saying, like the situation we were talking about earlier.
oh,
Intention doesn't matter as much, but like intention matters. Like if she's not going in like, yeah, I'm finna go touch on this man private part so he can pay my rent. That's different than you going to dinner and him paying and expecting you to sleep with him. And then if you end up sleeping with him afterwards, did she sleep with him because she wanted to sleep with him, or was she sleeping with him because he just
Prostitutes sleep with some men because they want to. Let's preface, not all prostitution is forced or coerced. Some prostitutes enjoy their job.
That's pimping. That's
I'm
different.
just saying.
But that's what. But
It's
that's
still
what I'm saying.
prostitution.
But okay, so if she is sleeping with him just because she likes sleeping with him, she's a prostitute, even though he does things for her.
just because he do things for her.
You don't do things for your girlfriend.
I do.
She's sleeping with she ain't you, so she a prostitute too.
I'm not expecting her to do it when I'm giving her those things though. I give her
That
it
is
does
her
though.
intention.
It does.
Yeah, you
It doesn't matter what you expect. It matters. Her intention
You
matters.
expect sex. Do you believe that you be in a relationship with somebody who don't give you sex? Yes or no?
No.
Exactly. And you feel like you have to do stuff for your person while you're in a relationship.
I don't feel like I have to do things for sex. I feel like I can just go to her and have sex with her.
Do you feel you gotta do something while you're in a relationship, like do things for your partner?
You don't have to. That's a choice.
Do you like to do them for your partner? Do you want to do that?
I do them because I like doing them, not because of the
Okay,
sex.
correct. So there's always going to be money involved.
It's not about money being involved. It's about my intention.
But there's
Your intention.
It don't matter.
Okay.
Your
intention doesn't matter.
expectation. Your expectation are different from her intention.
That's
Like,
what I meant to
asking
say.
you if
My
her-
expectation
yeah.
is what I meant to
If
say.
her intention is different than your expectation, that doesn't make her a prostitute. That makes you kind of a butthole. Like if you take her to dinner,
It does make him a butthole. I agree.
if you take a girl out to dinner,
Mhm.
you buy her crab legs,
Yeah.
you let her pick whatever fancy wine she
And
wants
I'm
off the
like,
menu.
I'm doing this just so I
In
can
my
have.
mind, I could be saying like, "This is nice. Like he treated me to dinner. Like this a good day.
Yeah.
I'm having a good
You
time.
feel
The
so too.
conversation is good." But my intention wasn't to sleep with you because you did things for me. That doesn't make me a prostitute.
You fell for the trick, and I'm gonna go back to my homeboy and say, "Boy, all you gotta do is buy some crab legs." I'm not saying that he's a good person. I'm not saying he's a good person. I'm saying that in the eyes of the beholder,
demonizing the woman because of what the the man wants or what he thinks.
Right.
In the eyes of the beholder, he paid.
You went in like, I'm gonna do this and I want her to give me sex. But if she didn't go in like, I'm gonna give him sex so that he does this, that's not prostitution.
She went in. This is
that's not transactional.
Prostitution is a pre-arrangement. You know when you're paying.
He's prearranged. He already went in with the mindset. Why do both parties have to agree?
Consensual.
Sex can be consensual without me saying,
But
I want to give you this money.
It has to be stealing. That's wrong.
You can steal and still be prostitution. Stealing may be wrong. I'm never saying that he's a good person.
That's not prostitution. Because most times you're going to steal, you're probably not going to pay. It's prearranged.
No. He's paying. He's definitely paying.
Okay. No, let's with all of us talking at one time, it is giving he's being attacked. Let's take it back and let's listen. Let's listen and let's breathe.
My bad.
I apologize.
Let's not attack our guests.
I apologize.
Ken.
You want to play our game?
Which one? There's
monkeys.
What? Chinchillas. Now, I feel like there's a difference between, like, I'm trying to think of how I can say this differently because if I say the same thing to you, that's not.
I'm telling you, you're never going to get through this.
Like,
you feel like you can, you are not.
Like, no, I don't want to change his opinion. I just want to let him see our perspective.
Oh, he sees it.
Because I can see where you were coming from if you said there's a woman, here's the scenario, there's a woman, rent is doing the first, she hit up a man she know with money, she sleep with him because she know every time she sleep with him, he give her money. That's transactional. That can, if you want to call that prostitution, okay, you want to slap that word on there, all right. But your scenario, you said if I go on a date with a man and he pays for dinner and we end up sleeping together afterwards, I'm a prostitute. But if I didn't go into this transactionally saying, oh, I'm gonna go to dinner and I'm gonna sleep with him so that, you know, like that's not transactional. Like if I end up sleeping with you afterwards, that's not prostitution, whether you expected me to sleep with you or not. If before we got there, if you didn't say, hey, Bookie, the moment you done cracking them crab legs, I'm gonna crab you on that. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't say that before we got there, then your expectation is like yours alone. But if I know that that's what you're expecting, I have two options. Either A, to deliver, which is transactional, or B, to play you, which, you know, I'm not saying you should do. But you know what I'm saying? But if you don't say before we get there, I'm expecting you to pop a little coochie. Because what woman who knows her self-worth is going to go to dinner with a nigga and think that she should have to open her legs just because he bought her dinner? I could buy myself.
It's not about her feeling that way. It's about him feeling that way.
But that the way he feels.
Let me see. Can you hold this?
The way he feels.
Can you give me this? Thank you. Was that a transaction? To you, it may not have been. To me, that was a transaction. I gave you that for this.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That doesn't make me a prostitute. You might say, exactly.
That's the point. No. That's literally the point. That's literally the point. I knew what I was doing though.
But
I went in knowing that I wanted this.
Prostitutes
and I
know that they're prostituting.
You don't have to though. You don't have to know that you're prostituting to be a prostitute.
Sex worker, baby, you'll know. It's common sense.
If my intention isn't for it to be transactional, then that's not me prostituting, or that's not me being transactional. Maybe on your end, but not mine. Like, whatever this just was just now, I'm confused.
Yeah, you're confused. You're right. You don't know. But I know.
So how am I the prostitute when that wasn't my intention?
Because you gave sex for whatever I gave you. You gave pen for body.
I gave you sex because I liked you.
Mm-hmm.
You were cool.
Mm-hmm.
We hung out. I liked your communication. You a decent nigga.
That's in your head. I agree with you. That's how you feel about it.
That's how I feel about it. Mm-hmm. Therefore, I'm not prostituting because it's not transactional.
To you, you're
I'm
not prostituting.
sleeping with you because I want to sleep with you.
Right. To you.
Meaning I'm probably not getting anything every time we sleep together. So that's not transactional. But like I said, had we gone into dinner and you said, I'm gonna need you to bend that thing over. You know what I'm saying? Drop it down, flip it, and reverse it. Then that's transactional because I'm sleep. You told me what it was before I got there. I still chose to sleep with you. I'm assuming it's gonna keep happening, so I keep sleeping with you. I keep getting crab legs. I keep getting flights. I keep getting money. Okay, we can see eye to eye on that. If you want to call that prostitution, all right. You know. But like, if I'm sleeping with you because I want to sleep with you, and you're playing me that whole time, that's on you, not me. That's not transactional. That's not prostitution. People get played all the time, but that doesn't make you. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not in on the check. If I'm not in on it, then that can't be prostitution. Because I didn't know that this was transactional. I thought I liked you. I thought you liked me. I thought like it was okay to sleep with you. Like, but you know what I'm saying? But that's different. Like your expectation is different than my intention. I can't be a prostitute or I can't be transactionally using my body unless that's my intention. If that's not my intention, then that's not transactional. Maybe in your head, but like
right.
If
that's
that,
what I'm. That's the perspective I'm
only
giving you.
in your head and not mine.
It's not just in my head. It's in my head and whoever I tell the situation to from my side.
But that's what I just said. If she don't know, if you're not going into dinner saying if I do things for you, I'm expecting sex, or I'm not doing anything for you ever again, then that's transactional. But if you're not giving that disclaimer, then that's not transactional. I'm sleeping with you because I want to sleep with you because I like you.
Parties have to know.
And telling other people that and them believing that. If only because you're telling them how you feel about it.
That's right.
If they knew the situation and what it was from both sides and saw it from an outside looking in perspective, they would not believe your side that it's prostitutional. You're lying to those people and
it's not a lie.
Believing what you have concocted in your head. But
it's not a concoction.
And said, if she told them what actually happened, they'd be, oh, you went on a date, y'all had fun, y'all had sex. That's it.
New scenario, can I give it?
Sure.
Okay.
On,
I am really, really sad, and I think that a good friend would just be there for me, right?
Okay.
You don't know this. You don't know this at all. You end up showing up just coincidentally, right? And you're like, boy, you don't look good. Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And we talk about it. I'm going to think, oh, my goodness, she is a really good friend in my head. However, you didn't show up for me. You just showed up because you just showed up. Like that's what you just did. But the fact
that I stayed makes me a good friend.
Yep.
The fact that we kept doing it makes it prostitution? Like what? I don't get it.
What?
The uncoincidental part. Like you just showed up because you were there. Like you were just there. You seen a person in I'm assuming you would do this for any person that you see not having.
Not everybody would.
Okay. Well, we're just talking about
like that man on the Golden Gate Bridge that survived.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that.
Oh, he was saying that he stood on the bridge for a couple minutes, and he said like hundreds of people walked by him, and he said if had just one person stopped and said, "Hey, what are you doing? Are you okay?" he wouldn't have jumped. But nobody did, so he jumped. But he survived. Yeah, he survived.
Well, that's what you were saying, sorry.
Right.
Okay. Well, let's say you were the person that stopped, right? For the man on the Golden Gate Bridge.
You look sad.
You stopped for him.
I'm like, oh my God, no.
He's gonna say, "Oh my goodness, she's a really good friend." However, you were just. That was just coincidence. Like you didn't plan that. You didn't intend for that to happen.
Okay.
But you met his expectation. To him, you're a really good friend. To you, you didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Both of the things are correct. You didn't do nothing, and you're a good friend. Because these are all perspectives of how people view you and how you view yourself. You view yourself as not doing anything. Mm-hmm. He views you as a great person for stopping. Same thing. I view that you just did this, but like you just met my expectation, which was prostitution. My expectation was for you to prostitute. You met it. To me, you're a prostitute. To you, you did it because you wanted to. You're not a prostitute. Separate sides. If you go off and tell your side of the story, nobody's going to think it's prostitution. If I go off and tell my side of the story, people are going to think it's prostitution because we have different perspectives about it. Like we came in with different intentions, with different expectations. Feel me?
It's still not quite. Because if the man on the bridge says, "Oh, this really nice lady stopped and talked to me on the bridge and stopped me from killing myself," that sounds really, really similar to I saw this man on the bridge and I was just like, "Oh my gosh!" Like I had to stop and I had to say something. Like I don't know if that makes me a good person. I don't know if that, you know what I'm saying. But like I felt like
that's because of how you're explaining it.
you know what I'm saying, I would want somebody to stop for me. So I stopped for him, and I thought that was the right thing.
That's because of how you're explaining it.
That's how.
What if you explain it like this? I saw this man on a bridge, He was looking funny looking.
Why would you
so
put
I
that?
so
Why would you put that name with the bitch? Why would you put that name with the bitch?
he was looking funny looking. So I stopped and I was like, "Boy, is you cool?" And he thought that was really sweet.
Well, you still asked if he's okay, so that was sweet.
And you said you didn't just say
the intention though. Remember?
you said you didn't just stop and be like, boy, you look crazy up there. What you doing? You said you stayed and you said you could see that he was sad and you stayed and you talked it out with him.
That was to make the situation sound more believable. My apologies. Is that better? Now I'm changing it to you see homeboy on the bridge. You like he funny looking. Boy, is you cool? And he didn't jump after that. And he's like, you saved my life. And you're like, I didn't even do nothing. To him, you're a lifesaver. To you, you're not. Perspective.
Well, I think it's a fact.
Is it a fact?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the fact though?
Did he jump? Did that man actually jump?
Yes, he did actually jump.
Okay, so he actually jumped. In this scenario, because nobody talked to him. In this scenario, somebody talked to him, he didn't jump. That's a fact that was the one contributing factor that did not make him jump. You're
amazing. She just proved that it is prostitution.
How?
Because he said it was transactional. This was a transaction.
That's not
so
a fact. That's transactional. You have to tell. Okay,
I'm not gaining anything from stopping him from jumping off the bridge.
This is a service. Because prostitution is a service. Just like think about it as any other service.
Okay.
You tell people what they're getting, or they see and they know, and it's understood from both parties what you are getting for the other thing. Correct?
Okay.
They have to know. This girl does not know because she's not doing that's not her intention. She doesn't know that you're expecting sex or that she's actually going to give it to you. Because I don't think some girls may go on a date like, oh, he's cute, I was already going to have sex with him, blah, 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 blah. But most girls, when you go on a date with somebody, you don't know them, you're not thinking off in that sex, and you're going like, oh, I want to see who he is as a person. You don't make up your mind to have sex with him until you're probably like, you don't know what type of nigga he is.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about how much money he got or what he spent if he spends it all. Because a lot of
bitches
will pay for their own way too because niggas be doing too much because they think men expect sex.
Right. The normal person, it won't be transactional. We're not talking about that.
What?
We're talking about...
But it's still not prostitution just because you expect me to give you sex. And if you're like, if I'm gonna be talking to this girl, if I'm gonna be taking her to dinner, if I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna be that, she gonna give me some sex. But you don't say that to me, and I coincidentally just so happen to give you a little bit of sex. That's not prostitution though, because I'm not doing it because you bought me dinner. I'm not doing it because you got me whatever, or because I'm doing it because I liked you. You was cool. You know what I'm saying? You didn't walk up to that man because you wanted to save his life. You walked at him because you thought he was funny, and it just so happened that you know what I'm saying. That's how that happened. But like,
it just so happened to happen.
You're comparing apples to oranges. You're trying to put a correlation between things that have no correlation.
No things have correlation. You have to make them.
You're trying to force a positive correlation, and that's not how math nor life works.
No things have correlation.
You're trying to make a coincidence a positive correlation. That's not how that works. Here, there is no positive nor negative correlation. Here,
but this is a coincidence.
Correlation, the answer is C.
You're taking it connotatively. That's why you see negative correlation. It's not about negative correlations. It's about the denotation of prostitution. Prostitution is sex for transaction. It's transactional sex.
But they all know that they're giving
You don't have
sex.
to know.
How can a prostitute not know that she's prostituting her body for money?
She knows.
But, all right, Pete, this woman has sex with dude, right? Dude leave $50 on the table and he just walk out. That was an act of prostitution.
No,
she may not have wanted it to be.
There's actually been a scenario like that.
She may not have wanted it to be, but it is.
Okay, Ken. Just because somebody leaves money, you didn't know they were going to do that. You weren't expecting that.
That makes him an
a-hole. Confused.
I agree with you. It does make him an a-hole.
But that doesn't make her a prostitute.
You're making the man's expectations.
If she takes the $50, she's a prostitute. If she leaves the $50 on the counter, she's not.
Ladies, he's going to continue to give you scenarios that do not correlate.
How did that not correlate? That's literally the definition of prostitution. We just talked about prostitution.
The actuality of the situation. Yeah. You're going to keep going in circles. You go in circles for the next 5-6 hours. It's never going to get through to him. He's the wrong.
She's right.
I didn't say that he's not wrong.
Okay, so she doesn't take the money.
If she doesn't take the money, she's not a prostitute.
But wait, no. Run it back.
Run it back.
She doesn't take the money, so she's not a prostitute. Mm-hmm. But his expectation, I thought you said it only mattered his expectation, not her intention.
No, she didn't take the money though. She took the date. She took the money from the date.
I thought you said if a man expects sex for something, then it's prostitution, no matter how she feels.
If we did it, she didn't do the transaction.
She slept with him though, and he expected her.
But she didn't do the transaction.
But he expected.
So
in the first scenario, the date is the transaction. No, the date is the transaction. She accidentally took the transaction before the sex. In the new scenario, she chose not to take the transaction after the sex.
So
is that what y'all saying? Prostitution, prostitution is only a transaction if the money comes after. Is that what y'all saying?
No,
I mean, it can come before, but like you have to be going in, like I'm gonna touch him so I can get his money.
Yeah. And everybody knows when they're prostituted. Mm-hmm. When you're doing the prostitution. Now, so if you have sex with somebody and they end up leaving money, you're probably like, huh? Because you're just like having sex with them. It wasn't prostitution because you didn't expect nothing. And just because you take the money don't mean nothing. Because if I see $20 on the floor, man, if I fuck somebody, and
I've had this before. I'm like, look at my girlfriend last year. $20 on the floor. You know what I did? Because I $20 to my house.
Money, first of all,
but you know why that one's there.
Money laying around don't have shit to do with sex. I'm picking up regardless.
Okay, well, let's say you know it's about the sex. How about that? It's not.
If I know, I'm still gonna take it. That don't mean I'm a prostitute. You can't leave money around me, baby. I don't care what you do.
Okay.
I'm picking the shit up. But I did not have sex with you to get this money. That's the whole thing. We did not. That was not agreed. That wasn't arranged. So that is not prostitution.
Does it have to be agreed?
Yes, it has to be agreed and arranged.
Why?
When you get a service from somebody, they tell you what the service is, and you know, and y'all like, okay, here, I'll give you this item for this money. And the item now we're talking about is coochie. if you be like, hey, like, I like you, but I really want some sex, and I'm willing to pay for it. And I'm like, okay, we'll pay for it then. And I give you coochie, and you have me money. That's prostitution. But if you don't tell me any of those expectations, and I'm thinking, oh, he's a good ass guy. We just he wants to take me on dinner because that's what a fucking date is. Mm-hmm. You're gonna spend money. That's how the world works.
Right.
So you spend money on the day. I'm thinking, oh, we're just good. We have sex. I'm not thinking, oh, he's gonna leave money on the account for me because I fucked it. No, that's stupid.
So if she went to dinner, if she went to dinner with him, but like she didn't sleep with him, like after the dinner, she's not a prostitute. But if she ended up sleeping with him, like. And I'm asking, but if she ended up sleeping with him like the next day, but like there's no dinner, there's no money, no nothing. Like, does that still count? Like okay, so
no,
like
because the expectation's gone.
A man's expectation of sex are gone.
The man's expectation of sex in exchange for a date is gone because the date's over. Like the date is no longer fresh.
Was over before they had sex anyway too. So
the date's no longer fresh. Like it didn't just end. Does everyone know where our disconnect is, or should I state it like verbally?
No, I understand what you're saying.
No. I mean like what we're actually arguing.
You're saying that a woman doesn't have to know that she's being prostituted to be a prostitute.
Yes.
And we're saying yes, she does, because in order to be a prostitute, you have to be prostituting.
Yeah. Like you right. Know. It's like you're breathing hot. You can breathe. You feel it.
Babies don't know they're breathing.
Okay, you can't use that because babies they're just babies. The brain is full of them. They don't know anything.
Well, we're just saying like they're ignorant to it. So if a woman's ignorant to her prostitution, she can still prostitute.
Yeah, but a woman's grown enough. The brain is developed.
And there's a difference between being prostituted and like that's like relationship shit. Like I said, like does that make your girlfriend a prostitute?
It's not like
take her to dinner,
shit.
like you.
I'm not expecting sex if I take her to dinner. That's the thing that everybody's missing.
Okay.
Right, but we're not talking about men. We're talking about me because
you expect sex in your relationship. Right. She can't be your girlfriend if she's not giving you sex.
Absolutely, but that's already prearranged. Like y'all said.
So she's
okay, the transaction is a relationship. Sure, go for it.
Okay, so to be clear, you're saying your girlfriend is a prostitute because you expect sex, correct?
Because if she stops giving you sex, you will be leaving. You will be leaving.
I'm probably not gonna leave. That's the point. Like that's why I don't really care. Like that we saying this here.
You're not gonna leave. What you gonna do?
I'm gonna stay.
But who you gonna get sex from?
Nobody.
You would. No man is gonna please.
What he's telling y'all
is a lie.
Is that he believes whatever the man's expectations are, then that subsequently makes the woman whatever it is.
It's not. If we switch it to women and men, I'm still gonna have the same viewpoint. It's not about a gender thing. It's about an action thing. If a woman buys a man dinner and she's expecting him to put that thing on, and he like, dang, she just took me to dinner. I ain't never had a woman take me to dinner before. And he like, I'm gonna give her some. And he do it. He's a prostitute. He just don't know he a prostitute.
You know how this probably is an unlikely situation, though, and I only say unlikely
because women don't usually take men out to dinner, and men don't usually care about being prostitutes.
Well, no, that's
No.
Oh, well, you asked why is it like unlikely?
Well, I don't know. Well, I do not know many women who do take. I agree with that part. I don't know many women who take men on dates, but not the other part. I'm saying it's unlikely because a woman is going to tell you up front what she wants. If she wants sex from you and she expecting it, because if she paying for it, she expecting it, she probably both. She gonna be like, yeah, you have to get that dick up real quick. I'm for real. A lot of women will tell you that. Men think they have to trick women into sleeping with them because they feel like they're inadequate. So that's why they do bullshit like that. Well, women stop.
So let's remember that. Remember the manipulated or manipulating. Women are just as equally vast at manipulating men as men are at manipulating women.
Yeah, everybody's capable.
That's
women
true,
choose to do it the same amount as men choose to do it.
When you flip it, he's still not a prostitute either. If he just liked her and he
liked her, like, oh,
she tricked him out of some. She tricked him out of some.
Yeah, but that doesn't make him a prostitute.
You gotta,
because he was tricked. He's not a prostitute.
Exactly.
That's exactly what it is. If you trick somebody, that means it wasn't.
If you have to trick me,
okay.
Because tricking is not what it is.
This is about women's accountability. So wait, let's start. You give me $10.
Unaccountable.
Wait. You give me $10 because I told you like I'm gonna do this bank stuff for you, and I'm gonna have you $10K ready. You just gotta give me $10 up front. You give me those $10.
That is wait.
I'm not done. Keep listening, please. You give me the $10. I go to the bank. I flip that $10K, and I keep the $10K. You don't get none of it. Guess who's going to jail if they don't snitch? You. Why? Even though you had you didn't know he was gonna take your $10K. Let's just say you didn't even know. A man asked you for $10. Well, a man asked you for your bank card, and he asked you for your information. You didn't know he was gonna go take a $10K loan out in your name. You just did it because you thought he was nice. He takes that loan out. The police are coming to you.
Okay.
And if you don't snitch, you're going to jail. Even though you did nothing. In your head, you did nothing wrong.
Okay.
But in the eyes of the government and the law, denotatively, your name is used.
But if somebody stole from you, obviously you're going to be like, no, that nigga stole from me. So now you're acquitted. So if somebody's like, you're a prostitute.
You gave him your information.
No, I'm not a prostitute because I wasn't sleeping with him for money. I was sleeping with him because I liked him.
You were gullible. You gave him your information. That doesn't make it stealing.
Exactly. And I was gullible and I slept with him. That doesn't make me a prostitute.
No. The stealing isn't what equates to the prostitution. The stealing from the government, you stole from the government. That's what makes it prostitution. That's the one that's equivalent. Not him stealing from you. He took $10K from you, but he's not getting in trouble for that unless you snitch on him.
Exactly. And if he's still, I'm sorry. So he didn't take my $10K? He used my card information to take loans out.
Right, from the government. PPPs.
But he's framing me. So yes, I'm still going to tell because you just framed me.
But if you don't tell, you're going to jail. Even though you didn't do anything. That's the point.
Why wouldn't I tell?
It's not about why. This situation isn't about why. The situation is about the law and what is and what is not. What is the PPP loan is in your name. You were tricked. And you have this consequence for being tricked.
And it's in my name. So I'm going to explain to the kind officers that it was not me that pulled that out. That wasn't my intention. What was your intention, man? Well, I gave him the information because I trusted him.
Yeah, you probably still go to jail.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Even if you explain it, you probably still go to jail. Did you know that? Because they're going to say conspiracy.
Okay, but you're probably not going to be there for a long time when they can prove that it wasn't true.
You missed it.
At the end of the day, they're going to prove your innocence. That's what I'm saying.
They're proving your innocence to theft. They're not proving your innocence to conspiracy. You're still getting the conspiracy charge.
Oh, yeah.
Conspiracy to commit a crime. You gave him your banking information.
Because I trusted him. How?
Yes, you being gullible is not something that the law cares about.
My bank information?
Oh, God, they don't. You have to snitch.
You can plead naivete. You definitely can. If you had no intention, they might give you a little something for being like
exactly.
Do you know what theft by receiving is? If I go out and I see this,
and you the same way that
you don't have to be an accomplice.
The same way you getting a little bit of jail time for conspiracy.
You're getting that prostitution.
The same way, the same way you're getting that jail time for the conspiracy because you were stupid enough to get that man your bank information.
You get that prostitution.
It's the same way your feelings gonna be hurt when that nigga leave you because you thought y'all was, you know what I'm saying? But you're not a prostitute. The same way you're not a criminal.
Okay, does everybody? Let me understand.
Are you saying somebody's a criminal because somebody else did criminal activity on their account?
He's saying according to the law and the government, because your name was on there, you're a criminal. But I'm saying they're working to prove your innocence.
I'm gonna give a whole different one because it's a lot better. Okay, they are. You know, someone selling a Mustang, the '98
absolutely not
red drop top Mustang, but they selling it for $2,000. They never drove it. Right.
It's a fake car.
Keep listening. They showed you though. They showed you 0 miles on, never been driven ever.
Why would they do that? They stupid.
So you're like, oh my God, this is a great deal. And you buy the car. Wait, I'm not finished. You're like, oh my God, this is such a great deal. Thank you so much. You give them $2,000, they give you the car. Mm-hmm. Well, you find out that car was stolen. The police pulls you over and say, and you're like, I just paid $2,000 for this car. I didn't steal it. Guess what charge they're going to give you? Theft by receiving. It's literally in the clause that if you were never... You can, right. I'm not saying that you cannot fight. I'm saying that the charge is there. You're going to get it. Why? Because negligible intent. The law doesn't care about it. Just because your intentions were good. Because any person in their right mind should know, in the law's perspective.
Oh, so as a woman, you should know that if you're going to dinner, you're eating crab legs, he wants sex from you.
No. You should know that if he wants sex from you, and you didn't know, that's on you. That's kind of what they're saying.
How would you know?
They're saying it's on you.
But that doesn't make you a prostitute. That makes you gullible.
You don't, and that's the point. You don't know, but that's the point. You still get the charge. You didn't know the car was stolen. You didn't know that it was worth more than $2,000.
But in this case, you're basically saying they should know.
You didn't know that the car was worth more than $2,000.
Yeah, but you're saying you should know. There's no way that she
okay, let's say she should know. She shouldn't even know the car is worth more than $2,000 because she don't know nothing about cars. She still went to charge. Okay. She's still gonna get the charge.
I guarantee you, because judges can do things. They cannot charge her. I'm pretty sure they're not gonna fucking charge her.
They can acquit her, but she gets the charge.
Okay, but they're not. She's not going to jail. I'm saying the judge will be like, okay.
The judge is gonna take her out of jail. The judge is gonna acquit her. Charges put you in the jail. That's when you first get booking process. That's what your booking process is.
If she gets acquitted, she's innocent. She's not a criminal.
Exactly.
Okay.
A lot of people are in jail, not criminals. So what you're saying cannot correlate with what we're talking about.
So
if everybody in jail is a criminal,
yes, you're right. If she gets acquitted, she's innocent.
She's innocent. She's not a criminal. So,
but that doesn't mean that
just because I was gullible enough to believe that a bad man loved me and I gave her my private parts doesn't make me a prostitute. It makes me gullible, just like you said. And so I'm acquitted from being a prostitute, and I'm not a prostitute because those charges were dropped, despite how y'all saw it at first. Because you see me driving that stolen Mustang, you're gonna be like, she's a thief. You hear that man say, yeah, she sold me after I gave her dinner, prostitute. But once you get the whole story, it's like, oh, they're not a criminal.
So
they're not a prostitute.
Omitting is lying. When you omit, that's lying. The fact that he left out what really happened, he just used what to make it sound how he wanted to. That's a lie. He lied about what happened.
Well, he said what happened. It was just his perspective.
Yeah, but he left stuff out.
What did he leave out?
You leave things out.
What did he leave out?
He left out that she didn't know that. It's not just like, oh, I paid for her dinner, she slept with me.
He can say she didn't know. Was kind of the point.
If he says she didn't know, then people are going to tell him though that that's not prostitute. We're going off the base that you tell somebody they think it's prostitute based off what you said. Okay. And what you're saying is, oh, she slept with me. After I bought her dinner. They're like, oh yeah, she. But if you be like, she didn't know, but she did have sex with me. You know how you phrase shit. Okay.
So the suspicion of prostitution is warranted. However, if the woman is acquitted of said action, she did not have the intent. She did not prostitute. I understand what you're saying. There is reasonable suspicion for prostitution. However, if you cannot prove, she said it was.
I didn't say that, but I like that wording better than she's a prostitute. If you see your homeboy with a girl and you know he buying her a lot of stuff and she's sleeping with him and you're like, that's suspicion of prostitution. Like, is she just sleeping with him because he buying her stuff? Okay. But then when she's acquitted, you can no longer say she's a prostitute because she's not.
It wasn't prostitution because the intent wasn't there.
Right. So a woman that ends up sleeping with a man that bought her a nice dinner or whatever, she's not a prostitute. Right. If she didn't have the intent.
Right. She was acquitted, not a prostitute.
She was acquitted.
She beat her case.
She beat her case.
She beat her case.
Why is the suspicion that she's prostitute?
Because most people think that, I would know if a man was playing me. Most people think
playing and tricking.
What's the difference?
Are two different things.
No, playing and tricking. Like I just tricked her. I tricked her into giving me sex. That's what he did.
When I say trick,
okay.
Like the ghetto.
Okay, no.
Like a trick.
Oh, no. I'm saying like he played her. He played her in the sex.
Playing and prostitution are 2 different things.
Right.
So,
Well, I already agree. You don't gotta keep going.
All right.
I got you.
All right. Don't try to make me seem bad. Don't do this.
I'm just saying.
Real quick.
Well, what you said really
don't get on me with someone calling women prostitutes. Let's not try to.
It was prostitution with reasonable suspicion, and she be her case.
There's no reasonable suspicion.
She be her case.
She be her case.
She be her case. Feel free to harass him in the comments. I'm just playing.
You can.
Because as adults, you should be able to have conversations like this. And now it won't always end up and I don't want you to say you agree with us now. You don't really agree with us.
Oh, I wouldn't trust
you. But
you.
like, I believe you. And so like, it's as adults, it's okay to have conversations with people, and it's okay for them not to agree with you. What's not okay is to not give people the opportunity to talk it out. Like, had we shut him down and been like, shut up, we're moving on, that's not okay. Now, if it's raising some things for you and you're getting triggered, maybe you need to walk away from that conversation at that time. But it's okay to have conversations like this, because if you don't talk to people that don't necessarily agree with you or have the same beliefs as you, then you'll never learn anything new. And so it's okay to agree to disagree. Like, had we had gotten nowhere, it just would have been like, you're crazy, but all right, that's what you believe. You got to take it up with you, and you'll figure something out eventually. Literally. But it's okay to have these conversations and to say, I disagree with that, because let's try to figure out which one of us is confused. Because how we kept talking, there's a possibility that maybe he could, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe I was like, it sounds like prostitution a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never know how it's going to go. It's okay to have conversations. And it's okay to not just be like, okay, I agree with you if you don't agree with somebody. You can argue something down and still not agree, and that's okay. The conversation is important, and the conversation is okay. And like I said, it's okay to agree to disagree. Like, people can have differing opinions. Now, if you choose to still be their friend after, depending on what that opinion is and how drastically different and how, more, all that's up to you. You know where your moral compass points. But I'm just saying, the conversation in general, it's okay to have conversations, and it's okay to talk it out. Like, it's okay to let him say that he thought a woman who slept with a man after a date is a prostitute. It's okay to let him say that, and it's okay for you to say, I disagree with that because da-da-da-da, and it's okay to talk it out and break it down for each other. That's okay. Ma'am.
It's also okay to not give people, because Ken, you're a very special person. I'm being so serious. People who have like drastic beliefs that are like commonly morally like known as wrong or like inflammatory and mean in ways, it's okay to not have a conversation and remove yourself from that person completely.
Yeah, that's why I say it's okay to be like, I need a break from this right now, and choose to come back to it or not. But like,
or not
if you don't want to have that conversation, that's why before I said if you want to step back, that's okay too. But should you have the strength and the patience to talk it out, that's okay too. It's really up to you. But I just want us to get out of the whole, if you don't think like me, I can't talk to you.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't think like me, you can't speak. That's not everybody believes the same things. Like, we could go back and forth right now about whether Snickers is better than Milky Way. Like, it gets that small and that minuscule. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's okay to have different opinions. Like, not every different opinion has to end up in an argument. It doesn't have to end up in I don't want to talk to you no more. I don't want to be your friend. It doesn't have to be like that. Like I said, certain things, maybe. Like, if your homeboy, you know what I'm saying, it's like consent. I ain't never heard of that. Maybe you should reevaluate your friendship. But like other things, you can talk about it.
You probably shouldn't have reevaluated. You should probably help teach him, because he's a person that will listen to you, like, because y'all already have that connection.
Like, it's
but we're friends. If we're friends, I'm accountable for you. You're accountable for me. We hold each other.
And so that's what we did right now. We talked it out, but it's not realistic to think it's always going to end up like that.
That's true. But if he doesn't know what consent is, like, somebody should tell him.
No, he knows
he
knows what consent is.
Oh, he doesn't think.
He doesn't care.
Everybody knows.
Okay. Guys.
That's what I mean. I mean, like, serious things like that.
Where some men need to be coached.
Yeah.
There are some situations where consent gets a little watery, and men need guidance from people with fresh perspectives. Sometimes. Yeah.
Okay. So
sometimes it may not be with you. But sometimes look, like sometimes the water gets a little murky, and fresh eyes are always better. And as a woman, yours would be much more better.
Helpful.
Yes, that. Thank you,
Gotcha.
thank you. Much more
I agree
effective
with
help
that. I agree with
because you're more
We did.
readily available to put yourself in her position than a man may be.
Okay.
So if he has a question about consent, don't kill him.
Oh no, we never do that.
No, I was giving an innuendo to
Oh.
like, you know what I'm trying to say. Those men
Oh,
that
yeah.
know what consent
Don't be
is.
friends with them.
Yes. If you're
Those are bad, man. You
you
should
know,
hurt them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. But like, just like he said, questions and conversations, like I know sometimes it gets a little, why would you ask me that? But we also have to remember, and my mom always says this, and she taught me this. Sometimes things that you think should be, I don't know if innate is the right word. I think it is innate and come natural to everybody doesn't come natural to everybody just because it comes natural to you. So like maybe math comes natural to you. For example, I was that kid at the table crying, and my daddy was like, if Johnny had 5 apples, and he couldn't understand that I wasn't getting it because he's a math whiz. He gets math like that. And so it's hard when you see things like that, and it's so like innate to you and so natural and so obvious to talk to somebody that's like, I don't understand how 2 + 2 carried. Like, you're like, bro, you're being funny. Like, you sound dumb right now. But sometimes people really just don't get it. Like, everybody's different, and so it's okay to have certain conversations like that. Like, sometimes maybe something that's common sense to you isn't common sense to them, and sometimes you really have to take a step back and decide if it's one of those times, because it can be. So, ma'am, more from production.
I ain't got that kind of picture. Don't test me. You out there falling by the stairs, don't test me. I only do conversation to a certain point. After a certain point, I see how I opted out of that conversation. After a certain point,
Yeah.
I'm done. I said my piece comment, that's it.
Yeah.
All I have. Not everybody can do that, and not everybody. I could be 80 years old, learned everything through my life. I'm still not gonna do it. Still thicker than person. That's no question.
I agree. Oh,
I know, right?
Let's keep going.
If
Because y'all like nuts in y'all mouth and just say that.
baby,
Let's
let's not talk about who like this. Put out your boxing. Let's not talk about who like that.
Dante is not even animate, so this
Moving right along. Yesterday, when we worked out with TJ, the questions from here on in are a little bit lighter. You know, shifting gears a little bit.
Yeah, you said.
You know, you held your own though. I never want anybody here to feel attacked. But I
was attacked, but I don't mind being attacked.
But you held your own, and you know what? You were like, "This is what," as you should, because I would have done the same thing had that been y'all against me. So I appreciate that,
sure.
as you should.
As
Hold
a
your
movie
own.
star, you have to do that.
Why was it? Yesterday, when we worked out with TJ, you mentioned that you want children someday. So, do you think that there will be a double standard in your house when it comes to how you raise your daughters versus how you raise your sons?
Absolutely. So you raise boys and girls are different. I think everybody understands this, and because of that, you should raise them differently. And that's where the double standard comes in.
But like, what would some of those double standards look like? Like, will it be a basic, oh, my 15-year-old son can have girls over, but my daughter can't? Or will it be a double standard, like some things, like for example, like my dad, he never hit us. He never hit us. He would do like military tactic stuff to punish us, like make us go stand in the corner or like be on the wall, but he never hit us. But he always said, had I had a son, I would have been him up.
Yeah.
So like that, the type of double standard
that's
you would have.
Absolutely valid. Yeah. So the first one was valid too. But that's also because a woman getting pregnant, be honest, a woman getting pregnant is much different. Okay, you're right. She's not even a woman. Yeah. A girl getting pregnant, a teenager getting pregnant, that's a girl, has much different consequences and effects of a 15-year-old boy getting a girl pregnant. Do we agree with that?
That's how you hold him. If you held that man responsible, and first of all, that girl got to come live with y'all. That's the only way. Or he got to go live with whoever. Somebody, y'all got to be together because he needs to.
That's your choice. It's not my choice.
But that's what you still have to hold him responsible. Just because she physically carrying the
That's
baby,
your
that's
choice.
fine.
That's not my choice.
So you're not gonna hold yourself responsible if you get a girl pregnant at a young age.
That's your choice, not my
I'm
choice.
asking, are you gonna hold it responsible? No.
I'm not gonna force anybody to be in the life of anybody they don't want to, and that's facts.
There's no force, baby. He had sex with her. That's
Right.
That's
So that,
baby.
but right, and he gets to choose if he wants that baby the same way that woman or girl should be able to choose.
So
I know she can't choose anymore.
If
but
she
she should
doesn't
be
get
able to
an
choose.
abortion, he could be a deadbeat daddy in your house.
If he wants to, because that is he could have not wanted that baby just as much as she did. If a woman is okay to have an abortion, why is a man not okay to be a deadbeat if he so chooses?
No, because that's not how it works.
She could not want a baby, but he can't not want
If
a
he
baby.
was the one that was able to carry it, yes, then he could decide, but he's
Yo,
not.
I thought
No.
were gonna
I'm
do
not
the
saying that she has to kill the
question.
baby. Peep though, I'm not saying she has to kill the baby. How is this not fair and equality? Like if we bring now the abortions are going, then he should be held accountable. But I don't think that should be
teaching
going.
your son to wrap up, not be a deadbeat
Yes.
father.
The same as you can say the same thing for that girl. But that's not really the point. The point here is, boom,
So
she got
pregnant.
pregnant.
It's both their responsibility. That's what I'm saying. You can't just say he can do whatever he wants. She got to keep the baby. Or like,
hear me out. Can everybody just listen instead of attacking? Let me finish first. If you're a girl and you get pregnant, abortion should be. So let's pretend like abortion is here, right? And it is. You can get it safely. She should be able to choose if she wants to have that baby or not. Her choice should not affect his choice. He should also be able to choose if he wants that baby or not. Why does she get to force a baby onto him?
He should have thought about that before he came.
Oh my God. Okay, now think about everything you're saying, but apply it to the girl. Dang, she should have thought about that before she was having raw sex.
Okay, and she's accepting the responsibility.
But you're allowing her the option to get an abortion. Why are you not giving him the same option of I don't want nothing to do with this baby?
Let's apply this to real life because we live in the real world now.
Okay.
Now you stopped it.
No.
I'm like, I would have stopped too late. Let's apply it to the real world and the real life of we are in a state right now where we can't even get abortion. And a lot of states don't allow that anymore. And it's not my choice anymore. What happens then? Because you're from Arkansas, they don't allow that there.
That's right. So that's a different situation, but I'm more than likely not going back to Arkansas, so I don't have to really speak on Arkansas. We're not speaking on that situation.
In a state that doesn't allow abortion, because it's a lot of states.
Are you pro-life or pro-choice? My host.
She's obviously pro-choice. Please.
Don't say obviously. Actually.
No, it
let her speak for herself. Pro-life or pro-choice?
I'm pro-life. No, I'm playing. I believe that a woman should be allowed to do what she does with her body. And I think that oftentimes, first of all, the problem is that we have old white men deciding what's happening to women's bodies. Let's start there. Second of all, when you ban abortion, they don't take into account rape victims. They don't take into account incest victims. They don't take into account mothers that already have young children that they have to take care of. And they say, okay, Bookie, either you're going to die or your baby's going to die. Pick one. With your 2 and 3 year old at home.
Okay, so can I ask a new question then? Do you support and advocate for women who want to have abortions just because they don't want the baby? Like, they don't need an extra reason. It's just, I don't want that baby. Do you support that? Or is that something you can advocate for?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I feel like, we should give that a little more thought. But because when people say that, people also don't take into account women that know they're going to beat that baby, or women that know they have drug or alcohol problems and they're not going to be a good mother, or women that don't want to put the baby in the foster care system because then you put your baby in a foster home where the father might be raping them, where the mother might be raping them. They getting beat anyway. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
this may be a topic for us off camera, actually.
He's talking about there's no other reason. Like, she just don't want the fucking baby.
Yeah, this may be a topic for us off camera.
Maybe she could take her.
Because you're making your viewpoint very, very clear, and it contradicts what a lot of other people in this house think, and it's a sticky topic when it doesn't. She doesn't agree with you. You agree with all of her reasons, but she doesn't agree with all of yours. She's made that pretty clear, twice. Right. I just need her to The reason I say an off-camera topic is because that's probably a more intimate conversation that she has to accept for herself as well.
I don't fully understand, but...
So I just asked you twice, can a woman choose to, do you support or advocate for women
Oh, and you think that's contradicting because we think women should be allowed to have abortions, but men
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that both times that I asked you without a reason, you did not agree with without a reason. You actually you kept giving reasons.
No, I did give reasons, but if a woman just doesn't want to have a baby, okay, like that's your choice. Like I would never say, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Like that's your choice. Like I feel like you should mind the business that pays.
Okay, so
I don't know. My mom always taught me never say never because you know what I'm saying. God will show you just how possible it never could be, and you don't know until you're in it. I feel like, you know, like I said, like maybe just from my personal thing, like I would give that a lot more thought if I didn't have a reason. But like, it's your body.
So why are we not giving that same choice to the man?
Get a vasectomy, Buki. Stop.
That's like telling a girl to get on birth control or to tie your tubes.
Yeah. Okay. And she should do that if she don't want kids right now. She should get birth control.
This is not a pro-choicer.
Did you ask her if she wanted birth control before you came in her? Did you have that conversation?
That's not what the point of this is.
What's the point?
That's not what we're talking about. She just said a woman can have an abortion with no reason. She don't care. The baby's already here, and the girl can just say,
"You can't have a baby already here and then have an abortion."
No, I mean, okay, the fetus is already here, and she's like, "Nope, I don't want this," and abort it. You agree? Yes.
Okay.
Why can't
you have abortions before it's breathing?
Peep, I got you. Why can't a man say that same thing? I don't want nothing to do with this fetus. You got it. Like, I understand that you want it. That's cool. You got it. I don't want to do that.
How would you feel if men were the ones that could get pregnant? How would you feel if I dropped that baby at your doorstep and said, have it and left?
If I wanted it, I would not care. If I wanted that baby, I don't care if you want that baby. I would thank you so much for actually bringing it into this world. If you wanted nothing to do with it after and it was my baby, I would choose to take care of it. But I'm cool with that.
You're in love with your partner. You love her.
Why is this about love? We're not talking about love. We're not talking about relationships. We're only talking about fetuses and abortions.
The whole thing is about being a good person. That's what the whole thing is about. And doing your responsibility. It does not matter, Ken, if she chose to abort it or like she made a decision on because she can't because she's the one carrying it. Those are decisions.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's cool.
Of course, if he's in your life, y'all together, then like y'all should talk about that. But at the end of the day, it's her decision.
Right, I agree with you.
You're not gonna care for that. You're gonna go around doing what you want to do for your life.
Yes.
But however, if she decides to keep the baby, you don't want it. You know why? It doesn't matter because you made the choice to nut in her.
She made the choice to not only have it, she made the choice to make me not wear a condom. She made the choice to not take birth control. She made a lot of choices too, though. She can give it up.
She can.
Yes, she can.
There's an emotional connection you have when you have a baby, Ken. If you just go and give, like, that's not how it works. A man will never know that because he doesn't carry it. That's the whole thing I'm trying to tell you. You will never understand because you did not carry the baby.
There are a lot of babies in foster care because women gave them up.
Yeah, and it's hard on them. Do you know?
It may be hard. It is just as hard for a man to choose to know that he has a baby and be like, nah, I can't even do it.
Apparently not.
Exactly.
As much as y'all are not men that have children and choose to be deadbeats. That choice is hard. That is still a hard choice. Your father told you it was easy to walk away from you?
My father doesn't care. Yes, he wasn't even my first.
Did he tell you it was easy to walk away from you? Did he tell you, I decided, damn, I ain't want you, and that was the easiest choice I made in my life? Did he tell you that?
Not verbatim, but yes, he did.
Okay.
There are a lot of men who don't give a fuck because they
and there are a lot of women that don't either, but we're not talking about them. We're talking about the majority.
The majority that do care? Like, or don't care?
The majority of men that want to be in their child's lives. Do we even agree that most men want to be a part of their child's lives?
I don't know.
I can't speak.
I would have to see some statistics and some numbers.
Okay. Well, I know this is stringent in the Black community because we have a lot of fatherless homes, and especially if you're from the inner city, a lot of those homes will be fatherless because a lot of those parents are incarcerated. However, let's just take away color and let's put rich white people because those are the majority. Sure. A lot of those fathers are there and present for their children.
Okay.
Most white kids have dads.
Okay.
Which means most dads do want to be in the lives of their children. Like most dads choose to be in the lives of their children.
Most women want to give birth to their babies and not abort them.
Right. So why can't he make the choice and she can't?
I want you to know something. There are a lot of
because
white men
not
who
carrying
have
the baby.
like the common thing. Rich white men have mistresses. They get that. They tell that girl she gotta get an abortion. They pay for it.
That's fair. I get that, but that's not really what we're talking about.
That it ties into that. Okay. You can't just.
You're giving exception to every generality, and like it's not helpful. It keeps us in a circle.
You know what's not helpful?
How do we get here?
Okay, question. Do you want people to have fatherless homes, yes or no?
How do we get here?
I don't care.
How do we get here?
I think you missed it.
You're giving your son the ability to make a fatherless home.
Yes.
And that's not okay. That's what I'm
You're giving the woman an ability to take away a fetus or to adopt a fetus. Let's say she had the baby and she gave it up for adoption. She has that option. Why doesn't he have that option?
He can't do that. He's not carrying the child. But he has a responsibility.
But he can make an option to walk away though.
No. If the child's already born, you made the baby. The child already born. Everybody was like, cool, okay, the baby, you have to take care of it.
So you think adoption is not a thing? Like you should not be able to give a child up for adoption?
I know you can give up for adoption.
I'm asking, do you think that's okay for a woman to do? Do you think it's okay for a woman to birth a baby and give it up for adoption?
If that's her choice.
Why can't a man make that same choice and say, you take that baby, I'm going to move around?
Because
they're gonna get
adoption. That's different.
If your name's not on a birth certificate, they're not.
That's different. When the woman gives the baby up for adoption, that person is choosing to like take care of that baby. When the man just say, "Oh no, I don't want it," she has to do that herself. Either way, this one thing. Either way, he's off the hook. Do you see what I'm saying? Either way, that man off the hook. If he leave or she gives the baby up for adoption, he off the hook. He ain't gotta do shit. But if he tell her, "Oh yeah, you got this baby," she's always gonna have to like take her to the baby.
But she had the option to be off the hook too. She had the abortion option to be off the hook. Like, I'm confused about where we're going. Like,
I don't even know how we got here. I don't.
Because you asked about the double standard, and then you asked me.
But not abortion.
You asked me what I allow. You asked me. You said,
would you allow girls? And you started talking about pregnant, and then we started talking about abortions, and then we.
Oh, because you asked why my double standard would happen.
I didn't lead us here.
You asked why my double standard of my male son can have a girl over and my female daughter can.
I didn't.
Yes,
I said can. I said I didn't say why. Did I say why?
You did ask what was the standard. What was the standard?
What was the standard?
What was the standard and why?
You used the example of who came out 15-year-old son have a girl versus my daughter, and he explained why, which was because of the pregnancy.
But I did ask. He said it's different for a 15-year-old girl to get pregnant than it is for the man to get pregnant because he said he gonna tell his son he can just not take care of the baby.
The same way we're telling the daughter she can just get an abortion.
Would you let your daughter get an abortion?
Yes, if she wanted one. The same way I would let the son walk away from the baby. Like, I'm not getting it here.
But, okay, I think this is where I'm like, this is the reason I don't agree with it, is because with the abortion thing, the baby's not out. The baby's not here. There's no responsibility yet.
Okay.
When you have the baby, that's where the responsibility comes in.
Okay. Well, I will let my daughter give her child up for adoption the same way I will let my son not take care of it.
But like, I don't know.
Is that more
I think both parents said they want
I feel like
okay,
if just one does, she can either give it to him. If he don't want it, boom, give it to adoption.
I think it's wrong for either of them to pass the baby off. Both of y'all should be baby off. That's what I'm saying.
Right, and I don't.
It's not an exception to me.
Okay, so you don't think adoption is okay?
No, if both parents say yes to adoption, yeah, I don't think you should be able to just pass your fucking baby off.
So you think you should be stuck until both parties agree?
There's no stuck. That's what I'm
if
saying.
he doesn't want to be there, he's stuck.
That's what I'm saying. Raise your son better.
Well, if he doesn't want to be there, he's stuck. The same way if she doesn't want to be.
Raise your son better, and he'll know. Because if he really
okay, let's pretend like it's my daughter. Let's pretend like it's my daughter. My daughter doesn't want this baby, but the son said we're not giving it up for adoption. Well, she's stuck with that baby now. Is it not okay for her to just relinquish all her rights to it and be like, I don't want this, bro. I get that you want it, so I'll have it for you, but you can keep it. Like, I don't want it.
I feel like.
Do you see what I'm saying?
I feel like, and it hurts me to say.
No, she's still wrong.
I feel like a part of me can play devil's advocate and understand the logic, not agree with it, understand it and where it's coming from. But I feel like the disconnect and the us not jumping on board with you telling your 15-year-old son that he could be a deadbeat is that I feel and like why it has to be like mainly the woman's choice. I mean, oftentimes you talk with the baby daddy about these decisions and you're working it out with him, but let's say she's not talking to him about it. Maybe she don't tell him till afterwards because that happens.
It does.
That happens. Maybe you just assume he not gonna want it and then you tell him and he's like, bro, I would have taken care of that baby. Okay, let's say she don't say nothing and she just get the abortion. why can that be her choice? I feel like the reason why we're okay with saying that and not saying the dad can just leave is because the most work you're putting in during that process is nutting in her. Okay. After that point, like, I feel like it's the woman, not feel like, it is the woman that has to carry the baby. It's the woman that has to go in and let them take the baby out. It's the woman that has to deal with complications and morning sickness and back pains and getting a bowling ball watermelon baby. And so I feel like that's why it's like, it's her body, her choice. Now, should the baby father have some say in these matters? Yes, that's your baby too. But I feel like ultimately we lean more to less, try to sympathize or empathize with the woman more is because that's her body. Now, should you have these conversations? Of course. Especially if you're married, if you're in a serious relationship, of course you should have these conversations. And if we disagree, then maybe we should take some time to think about it and not be too hasty. Like, let's say I got pregnant and my man's like, and I'm like, bro, I'm in college. How am I going to finish school and take care of a baby? I don't want to, but like, I really feel like I have to abort it. Like, what am I going to do with a baby? And he's like, no, I feel like we can do this. If you're in a serious relationship, I feel like out of respect for the father, like, you should take some time to think about it. But ultimately, I feel like we're okay with saying it can lean a little more. Now, should you consult your partner? Of course. Should his opinion matter? Of course. Should you really think about it? Should I really sit down and talk about it? Like, if he's like, I'm going to be there for you and I'm going to help you, and you say, okay, like, I'll try. Okay. But like I said, I feel like we ultimately can say it's more so her choice, is because it's her that has to grow the baby. It's her that has to nourish and feed it. Okay. She can die giving birth to the baby. Like,
okay, let's say she carried the term. We don't have to.
All the man has to do is have a good time.
Let's say she carried the term. She had the baby. Mm-hmm. Are y'all okay with her giving the baby up for adoption?
But like, compared to what though? Like without consulting the baby daddy? Like,
I'm just saying, in general, can she give the baby up for adoption? If she don't want it after she had it. If she like, I don't want this baby after she already had it. And it's like, here, y'all do it. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Why is it not okay for him to do
it? To do what?
Say, I don't want this baby, you have it.
It's not like
it's never, I just don't want it now. No,
yeah, it's like,
y'all assume there's a reason. Okay, he may have a reason too. You just don't know his reason. His reason could be, I want to finish school. We said he was 15. I'm not ready yet. Is that a valid reason?
You shouldn't have been ready to be sleeping with people wrong.
So you're saying that a 15-year-old girl cannot push a baby to term and then give it up to adoption? Because she's not ready yet? Oh my God.
But like,
she can't do it.
She's giving it
Everybody
to people.
Can do things.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm not telling you. I'm telling you that I can understand your logic, but I'm trying to help you understand ours too.
Well, you were on abortion. I wasn't really like, the abortion part doesn't really matter to me.
Okay, well, carry the term.
Okay.
Yeah, she carried it to term. Now we're talking about adoption. She's like, I don't want this baby.
Right.
You can have it. Well, you tell me I can have it.
The answer stays the same. I can understand your logic, although I disagree with it, and I feel like it's a little bit ignorant to raise a man to not take care of his responsibilities.
If he doesn't want to take care of it.
Nobody wants to take care. Nobody wants to pay bills. Nobody wants to.
Wait. You don't have to take care of a baby. You can give it up for adoption. We're literally talking about this right now.
Right. But that's why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying I can understand. That's why I'm saying I can understand your language and your argument, although I don't agree. But like I'm telling you, because it's her that has to, literally, all he has to do is have a good time. After that, it's on her that has to carry the baby. It's on her that has to give birth to the baby. You can die giving birth. Like, there's so many things that can.
But that's
you're going back to abortion.
No, I'm not. You have to give birth to the baby. Like, that's what I'm saying. That's why we can say, and lean towards is more so her choice. I'm not talking about abortion. You have to give birth to the baby to give it up for adoption.
So since she had it, since she went through the struggle of having it, she can give it up. But he can't because he didn't go through that struggle. That's what you're saying?
I feel it's a strong case.
Like,
it's a strong case. I'm saying like that's how we're making our case. Because like I said, I can understand.
Okay. I got you.
Like
I don't agree with you, but I got you.
I can understand where you're coming from, but like
I feel like both sides should be like listened to, but the woman is going to tip the scale more
because she's.
I'm not saying about listening though.
About what?
Well, I'm not really talking about like listening to him. I'm just saying like.
No, she's saying that everybody should hear everybody arguing like the.
Choice to leave you wanted to, right?
Yeah.
And that's listening to him.
Well, not really, because he doesn't have to talk to you about that choice. Same way you don't have to talk to him about abortion. I mean, about adoption. I'm sorry.
Well, I'll say
you just give it up.
As far as the choice wise goes, you're more likely like you're asking us, is that okay with you? I think yes, it is okay for the girl to make the majority of decisions how she wants, because tipping the scale, she's going through the most. He's just chilling. He's living like he always has. He just got to learn somebody good.
I got you. I told you. I understand what y'all's viewpoint is.
So I feel like there's no responsibility for giving up. You didn't have any until the baby got here.
Okay. And the baby got here.
You're giving up when it got hard for you.
And
it's been hard for me for 9 months.
I mean, okay, that's fair, but all of her previous consequences are over now. Now her consequences are the baby, because it's still.
You think that child, just the child out, is done? There's nothing going on where she gotta.
Once she heals, she's
it's a
done.
whole process.
Besides postpartum depression, she's done.
Besides, we're gonna throw that out.
But also, let's remember, postpartum depression is quite literally a mental disorder. She is no longer mentally.
Baby, you think you just cured depression?
I didn't just say I cured depression.
He said, let the baby go, no more postpartum.
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying that is the few consequences that could still last past the baby's out once she's healed.
Oh no, baby. I'm gonna find you that list so you can see, because you saying there's few. Okay. I'm gonna find you that list. I got to find those.
If you're showing me something that less than 1% of the world goes through,
baby, it's not less than one.
No, there's
millions of women every day.
There are billions of women in the world. A million is way less than 1%.
Well, you kid. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? There is a lot. There's a commonality. A lot of women that have a shit ton of complications that kill them blind and make them paralyzed. A bunch of shit.
Okay. What percentage of women die after pregnancy?
Especially black women.
What percentage of women? What percentage of women? If you tell me 2%,
he said just because it's a high percentage in the black community, don't mean it's a high percentage
in the world.
I got a question. It's a low percentage. It don't matter.
So he's saying
not really. There's a percentage that I can get struck by lightning right now. It's not high, so it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna be scared to walk outside. Me walking outside is not gonna making me think about getting struck by lightning.
Do they not matter? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying
you never know who it's gonna happen to.
That's fair. That's fair because it's life. You never know anything.
Okay.
You're telling me something can't happen. This roof can fall. There's a percentage of it. It's low, so it doesn't matter much. You think the percentage of this roof matters?
My death wouldn't matter that much just because I was the one bitch who the roof fell on.
Right.
I don't matter.
He said, right.
You don't matter. The roof falling on you doesn't matter much, no. Because everyone takes that chance.
Does my death matter?
Your death matters.
But just because I'm a one bitch in a million who the roof fell on. Because my percentage isn't high, it does not matter. It's not common.
Like, we don't need to change the regulation of roofs because a roof fell on you. No, we don't.
We do because there was something wrong with the roof. So to prevent that, just because one person died, we should just look over it. No.
Okay.
I'm scared to ask the rest.
Sorry, go back to you. I'm not gonna say nothing.
I'm scared to ask the rest. I thought these were gonna be smooth sailing.
It's because of me. I'm gonna stop talking.
The next one, this one is actually, I'm scared. I'm not gonna say nothing.
I'm also gonna force my son to play sports, but my daughter does not have to if she does not want to. He gets to choose his sport.
Would you?
He gets to choose his sport, but he has to play at least once.
What? He doesn't have a choice to play sports when he can abandon his baby.
He's not a monster, right? You're not a monster kid. You don't let him choose.
That's right.
Would you?
He's gonna let him choose somebody. He's benevolent like that.
Next question. Would you? I'm so scared. The flash is skipping. Don't say nothing when he answers. We just gonna go to the next one. We just gonna go to the next one. Would you allow your children to play with toys that they quote unquote shouldn't be playing with? So can your son play with a Princess Barbie and like can your daughter play with Transformers and race cars and stuff like that? Or you're like a toy is a toy, man?
women are a part of his everyday life, so I don't see why him playing with a princess doll is a problem.
But taking care of babies. I'm sorry. That was my last one.
Wait,
That's my
what is
last
wrong?
one.
Question. Can your son wear like if you wanted to dress Halloween because he wore like a princess dress? If you thought like or like a Barbie outfit, he watched Barbie.
We're pushing.
He said you're right.
We're
He
pushing
You
it.
think you're thin nice, buddy.
That's not happening. We're pushing it.
Alrighty.
But if he got the Ken doll and the Barbie doll, I don't see no problem with that because Ken and Barbie literally go together.
Also, it has to be the male Barbies in there too. Just can't be one.
I mean, if he wants to just play with girls, he can play with girls. I don't care about that.
Okay.
I like girls. I like playing with girls.
All right. Yeah, that's how you ended up having them, right?
Well, I would hope.
What about the way you run your household will be the same as yours growing up, and what will be different?
If you get it to eat, you gotta eat it. If you didn't want to eat it, you shouldn't have got it. So you're gonna sit there until it's eaten.
But sometimes parents make their plates.
Okay, that's
That's what only matters if they make.
I meant like
My
I meant like we went to McDonald's because you said, "Mom, let's go to McDonald's," and
It's the voice.
we got this food. We got this food, and now you telling me you don't want this food.
I don't know.
I
feel like you do have to teach your children how not to be greedy and have their eyes bigger than their head. But like my grandparents were like that, and it was very much like if you made it, you have to eat it all.
That's
and
right.
You can't go anywhere
until it's
you
gone.
eat all of it. But my parents were very much like, if you're full, if it's okay. But no, my grandmother was very much like, you sit there and you finish. And you're not going nowhere till you finish. You're not going to bed. You're not going outside. You're not going nowhere till you finish that plate. But my parents were very much like, if you get full, you know.
I developed the eating disorder because
I was about to say, like, you can create eating disorders in
That's
your
okay.
children.
Like, you have a bad relationship with food.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
right.
and so
Then
you
you
just
don't
have
gotta
to
worry about
learn
your
how to.
relationship. Yeah, I remember that. I know you do. We talked about it. I don't think it's different, but I know you do.
Yeah. And then like sometimes like kids go back to it too. Like a lot of kids will nibble, go play on the iPad, nibble, like to be like, sit down, eat it, or I'm gonna whoop you.
Need to, oh no, I don't do whoop.
It's
That was the
kinda
part. You
crazy.
didn't let me tell me what's the difference. That's the difference. I don't think I'm gonna whoop my kids. Like you said, never say never. But whoopings are not effective and they don't teach you literally. There are better ways to get your point across than hitting somebody. Because okay, let me break it down. I'm gonna just start from the beginning.
No, we all understand. You
No. Well, my viewers now. My viewers don't get it. Let's talk about the history of whoopings, right? Whoopings came from slavery. Whoopings were used as a tool for mass fear to control slaves and make them not act out against or rebel against their slave masters. That was the only purpose. It was for fear and control. It wasn't to make them behave good. It was to make them scared to behave badly. I don't want that for my kids. My kids shouldn't be scared to behave badly. They should understand that they should behave goodly. And if they don't, they should come talk to me about it. But if they're scared of a whooping, they're not going to talk to me about it, which means the problem's not going to get resolved. And they're going to continue to make the same mistake over and over. It's not effective. It's really not. There are other ways to go about punishing a child that is not whooping.
Oh, look what I got in my pocket.
We're doing promos now.
I just want to take the time to plug my.
What is that?
Educated, motivated, elevated, melanated. I just want to take the time to.
Let's stop violence in Black households. Okay.
Yeah.
Hashtag support Black businesses. I'm sorry, I felt it in my pocket and I thought about
That should be just the whole podcast.
But-
That was the only good point you made
We
this
should.
entire time.
No.
it. Delete everything else. Keep the last question. This video will be 10 minutes.
I'm so serious.
All right. Well, we finally made it. That was my last question for you. Is there anything else that you want to say to the people? Maybe any advice or gems that you want to
Don't give it up.
leave them with?
Man, there are going to be a lot of people that do not agree with you in life. there are going to be a lot of people who may put down and shut down what you think and how you feel. However, it is not important to let that sway your views and your opinions. It is important to stand true to what you believe in, regardless of what that may be. I know that there are some of you that probably saw this video and it created a negative connotation of me in your head. But let's also remember that the people here in this video, including production, choose to be here right now, even though I'm here. So I'm not as bad as they. I'm not as bad as they make it
told y'all to stay. He said this was here.
We missed it. We missed it.
I'm production. I'm here
Thank
for
you, everybody.
nobody.
Thank you, everybody.
He said,
Thank you, everybody.
I want everybody to know, one, excuse me, Kenny, a little wide in the back.
That's right. That's right. I'm getting big. That's
large in
right.
the back.
That's right.
Not in a good way. This is my home they're using. I live here.
That's right.
Now,
She chose to come out and play.
else-
She could be in her room.
I pay for this area, baby. I'm using it.
And she chose to come out and play.
Everybody else chose to be here. I live here, okay?
I chose to be here for her and her alone.
She chose to allow us to use her.
Nobody even asked me. Y'all asked TJ, so
She's,
I wasn't in the
like she
process.
says, she lives here. She could have picked us out. She gets a say in her home. Let's remember that, guys.
Then tell him to get out.
And on that note, I'm going to close this thing
This
out.
was
If
amazing.
no one has told you today, let me be the first to say that
love
I
you.
love you. So does he. I am proud of you. He is too, I hope.
Oh, absolutely. You're doing great.
Cheyenne too, and all of
I love you
production.
guys.
We love you. We are proud of you. And know that we really, really mean it, especially if we're the first people to tell you that today, or we're the first people that you've heard that from in a really, really long time. Shayla too, she's coming to offer more love. She wasn't. She was going to the trash, but she's going to come offer it now.
Love now.
One more time for the people in the back. We love you. We are proud of you. And we will see you next time.
That's
Bye.
right. Bye.
Stay tuned. Bye.
Brand new caddy.